Welcome! So welcome to Butterbean and Fennel Rosti Bake. Really tasty, delicious, great for a centerpiece. We're gonna make a cashew cream, we're gonna fry down loads of kick-ass veg,
and we're gonna bake it with some breadcrumbs on topping. This takes 30 minutes to make, it costs about €8 and it feeds 4 to 6 people.
Okay, so first step, we're gonna start by making a cashew cream sauce.
And very simple and easy. We have 100 grams of cashew nuts and they go into the blender.
I've got 500 ml of oat milk or non-dairy milk of choice.
I'm gonna go with half a teaspoon of just garlic granules.
We're gonna go in with half a teaspoon of black pepper.
And finally, the juice of half a lemon.
Not quite finally, because we got a bit of salt too.
Oh yeah, not quite finally, okay.
And PPPS. We're also gonna go in with a little bit of salt. Probably, I'd say a little less than half a teaspoon of salt.
Lid on and blendy!
There we go. So we blended that for about a minute.
So what you're looking for is there's no lumps of the cashews. The cashews have blended up and kind of released their fat to create this creamy, lovely white sauce. We put the white sauce into a saucepan. We've got it on high heat. We're just going to bring it to the boil and then just reduce it to simmer to help evaporate some of the moisture and end up with just a thicker, more creamier sauce.
Okay, so the nature of a rosti is a whole lot of grated vegetables that are fried down. They're really, really tasty. It's super delicious. So instead of being there for ages with a grater, we're just going to use the grater function in our food processor. It's much quicker and easier. First step, I'm going to put my pan on a high heat so it's nice and hot by the time everything's grated.
Into that pan, I've got a tablespoon of olive oil.
Meanwhile, into the food processor, I'm going to start with 1 parsnip. Okay, so we've grated all our veg. We had a full head of fennel, a full parsnip, and a full courgette. First step we're going to do is we're going to brown our onion. We've finally sliced up 1 full onion. Okay, so we fried in the onion for about 3 minutes until it started to go translucent.
And just start to brown. So the big thing about a rosti is that all the veg are kind of charred and slightly brown, so they've developed a significantly more flavour.
Okay, so into our hot pan, we're going to start.
I'm just put a little tiny bit more oil again, just to maximise charge. So I've gone with about 1 teaspoon, really.
And we're going to cook these in, I'd say, 3 batches of different vegetables. So we're just going to add it into the pan.
The big thing here is not to be lazy and put too much. If you put too much, they're going to steam and they're going to cook inconsistently. We want them to brown, so the key here is that it's less is more.
And once again with a rosti, once you've added your veg, just add a decent pinch of salt because that's just going to help the cell walls break down.
And literally, we're not going to stir it, we're going to leave it, the bottom layer char before we turn it. Okay, so we've browned the last of our veg. So with rosti, as I mentioned earlier, it's really important it starts to brown and just develop that flavour. That's an indication of caramelization and maximum flavour yield.
So what we did is we did it in 3 separate batches just to ensure that it all browned.
Next step, we have 1 tin of butter beans, which we've just simply drained and rinsed. If you don't have butter beans, you could use any other type of bean. Just mix them through nicely.
Okay, on top of this, we've got our cashew sauce, which we did heat, and it's kind of thickened up nicely. So it really smells fab.
Spread the sauce through, just make sure it gets to the bottom of this dish
and gets right the way through.
Okay, we've mixed our cashew cream through it. Now we've got some breadcrumbs. We're simply going to sprinkle them over the top.
100 gram of breadcrumbs.
So be generous. This is going to add variety of texture. Again, a nice crispy topping. So we've got some rosemary or oregano or any type of dried Italian herb. We have a little bit of oil that we're just going to slowly drizzle across the top just so that it crisps.
Probably about a tablespoon or 2.
Okay, we've preheated the oven to 200 degrees. We're going to pop it in and just bake it, allow the flavours to come together and allow the top to go crispy.
The top's going to char in about 10 minutes, I'd say.
Okay, our rosti's been in the oven for about 15 minutes. The top is looking brown, charred and beautiful.
Oh, and the whole room smells fantastic. Okay, so there it is. Great centerpiece. Works really, really good.
Decoration tips, you could put fresh thyme on or anything like that. Here we go.
It smells fantastic, it really does.
Nice simple veg rosti with butterbean.
Really, really, really nice. Delicious. You could add a little bit of nutritional yeast if you like that as well. Be very nice. The smell is fantastic, the cashew cream.
Wow, it's lovely with the bread.
Really tasty.
A lot of flavour going on.
Lovely contrast of texture. You've got the crispiness at the top. You've got the beautiful, soft, creamy, delicious veg going through it. Great dish, really good. Great centerpiece. Literally took us about 40 minutes to make from start to finish. It costs us less than €9 and it's going to feed 6 people, so great dinner.
Makes a great side too, if we want something to an accompaniment.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, thank you for subscribing and sending loads of love.
Cheers.
Bye.